there are some people who just will include most things into their portfolio because they want a diversified portfolio across all different asset classes, all different investments. And so if we have a certain number of boxes checked, which are big brands like perhaps BlackRock, low fees like perhaps 20 bips, 0.15 percentage points, all the low fees that we see here, and then also a high number of trading volumes, which we are definitely seeing. You're saying that this checks a lot of boxes for potential investors' portfolios. And so it almost puts the bearer of investment of the burden of proof onto the bear rather than the bull. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, I would say so. Again, this reminds me of the Bitcoin launch. Like I see launches all the time. There's 2 ETFs launch every day in America and about 6 globally. It's weird for them. If one trades over $1 million on day one, it's like, ooh, that's interesting. You notice that.
Right.
So if you have a list of some that are trading well over 10 million, it's weird. It's completely abnormal. So it's just a little bit in the shadow of Bitcoin. So all this stuff is relativity here, but this is in the end, you're looking at the second biggest launch ever, probably.
The second biggest launch ever.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, there's a couple caveats to that, but largely speaking, and these are all organic numbers. I want to see the flows after a couple weeks to start comparing it, but it's right up there. We're talking top 1% launches.
Top 1% launches.
Oh,
and if Bitcoin is the number 1 ETF launch of all time, surpassing gold, is ETH number 2? And if it's not, like, how do we need to qualify that? Or is it straight up just number 2?
Well, we have to see what happens. Gold traded over $1 billion on day one, and that was back when $1 billion was like not as
a bigger deal. Yeah.
Yeah, a bigger deal. But there's a couple of caveats here. Let's say there was only one Ether ETF, right? There was only one gold ETF, so it had the whole thing to itself. Well, you're looking at potentially $1 billion if it was only one. Let's say ETHE converted. The whole thing's a little weird because of ETHE, but you're looking at $1 billion in the group. Again, GLD traded $1 billion on day one, and that was the record for a long time until Bitcoin came along. So the group thing makes it a little weird, but let's just see how it plays out in the next days. My guess is if we look at ETF, the fastest ETFs to say $1 billion or $5 billion or $10 billion, 1 or 2 of these will be in the top 10, top 20. Do you know what I mean? Again, the problem is nothing's going to really knock off IBIT. I think IBIT's going to hold a lot of those records, and ETHA won't catch IBIT, but it'll be in the mix. So, I would say as a group, you're looking at it tied gold.
Eric, I remember you posting out
there's one caveat there.
Sure.
I will say gold took in $1 billion in flows the first day. Sorry. So these will not do that. But the billion in volume is going to be, again, right up there with any launch we've ever seen. Now, again, the next couple of days will be interesting to see how much comes in as cash and where we are after, say, a week or so.
To continue leveling up your crypto game, then you need to get on the Bankless newsletter. It's the world's most popular crypto email and is completely free. Just click below to sign up.